Hello everybody, so in today's video I'm going to show you a mini tutorial about the usage of this application called Lightroom. Well, Lightroom is an application developed by Adobe Photoshop, and it is a very powerful tool to enhance your photographs, since it's going to let you modify almost every aspect of your photograph to make it look better. So this application is also available on most platforms, since the one that I'm using right now is on Android, but it's also available on iOS, on Mac, and on PC. So right here down below I'm going to leave you the link of the Android application. And with that being said, let's get in. Right here we have the home of the application. In this part we can find many tutorials about the usage of the application. You can learn a lot right here. And also on this side we have the library. Here I have the photographs that I'm going to use today. The one on the left is the one that I have already edited. This one, as you can see, looks very cool, and this one is the original one. This one is completely free of edition. I took this photo with my cell phone, and in this one looks very cool. This looks much more professional, and today I'm going to show you the process that I did to make the photo look like this. So first we're going to have a little review about all the tools that we have right here. Here we have selective. I'm going to do a more in-depth analysis of this tool later. We also have the corrector pencil. We have this to cut your photograph. You can resize it or you can rotate it. Today we're going to leave it like this, like that. Sorry. We also have profiles. These are already customized profiles. Sometimes they are very useful since you don't have to modify anything manually. We have many options. This one is to enhance color. You can do also a black and white photograph. It looks cool. Also we have many filters right here. The artistic one, we have many artistic filters. You can modify the intensity of it. With this one it looks very cool. It's a very different tone from the one I'm looking, but it looks cool. Also we have black and white filters. They have different options. We also have this type of filters. They are modern filters. So as you can see, there are many options. All these options can adapt to the type of photograph that you are editing at the moment. But today we're not going to use any type of profile or filter. Right here we have all the options that we are going to use. As you can see, it has the option of automatically editing your photograph. This option makes the photograph look better, but I'm going to do the process manually so you can see all the things that you can modify. So also on the top we have other options. If we click here we can see the information of the photograph. I have here all the information. It was taken the 3rd of March of this year. This is the model of the camera that I use, that is my smartphone, and also other aspects of the photograph such as the ISO and the focus. So we are going to leave it on edition. Also we have this option to redo and to undo, and we have this option where you can see that is going to be processed in JPG. That is the standard processing image, the standard image process. And also, if you want to save the photo, you have to click here on share. We're going to review that later. And now let's focus on lighting. Here we have many options. We have exposition, contrast, illumination, shadows, whites, and blacks. Right here, I will recommend you to never modify the exposition, since this is going to ruin most of your photos if you move it. I'm going to show you right now. If you move it too much, it's going to look like this, a completely burnt photograph. And even if you do it just a little, it's going to ruin many parts of your photograph. And if you do the opposite, it doesn't do too much. So today we're not going to use that option. Let's leave it in 0. Okay. Also here we have the contrast. You can play with it, but it is going to depend on the photograph. If we adjust it like this, it's going to have a much exaggerated contrast. And with this one, you can see more parts of the photograph, but it looks very pale. So let's leave it in 0 right now. This is the part that we are going to modify. In illuminations, if you get it very high, you're going to burn your photograph. So we're going to get it lower, so the parts that were born right here near the sun, these are going to look better, are going to be more visible, as you can see. And also we're going to enhance the shadows. We're going to make this higher so we can see the black parts right here down below. Also, if you want to make your photo brighter, I will not recommend you to use exposition. You should use the whites. So we are going to get the whites up, and also you can modify blacks if you want to make the black parts brighter. That may sound a little silly, but that is the way we're going to modify it. So if you want to make the shadows and the black parts brighter, you should get this up, but today I'm going to leave them lower to create a more contrasted image. Then we're going to pass to the options of color. Here we can modify the temperature of the image. It can be very hot or very cold. I'm going to use the temperature option. Also, we have this option to change the palette color of your photograph. I'm going to move it just a little bit right here. Okay. And the intensity, this intensity and saturation, this may look like the same, but intensity is going to make the main colors of your photograph more vibrant, and saturation is going to make the whole photograph more vibrant. I don't know if you can understand this, but if we move the intensity very high and the saturation low, it is going to be black and white. But if we do the opposite, some parts are going to be completely black and white, but the main colors are going to remain. But we are not going to use this option. I'm just going to leave saturation almost in 0, and I'm going to get the intensity higher. Also right here we have this option to mix the colors. This is a very interesting and powerful edition tool, since we can modify all the colors of the photograph. Right here I'm going to choose green to modify the green colors of the photograph. I want to make them look a little bit cooler, more blue. Let me move this part. Okay, as you can see, they can change depending on how you adjust it. And also I'm going to make them more vibrant. And I'm going to lower the luminance. Now I want to change the yellow colors. Let's make them more oranges, more saturated, and also modify the color of the sky. I'm going to make it more saturated. As you can see, it has changed on this part. And also I'm going to no, I'm not going to modify the luminance. Okay, that's it. You can modify a lot of your photos with this option. It is going to let you play with your photo and make it very creative, and that is how you use it. We hit done, then we have these options, the effects. These options are going to make your photo look much better in certain situations. For example, if your photograph is not too clear, if it was like a blurry image and it wasn't took in a good moment, you can intensify the clarity. This option is going to, I think this option gives you a more professional look, and also the texture is going to intensify the textures of your photograph. As you can see, it has changed a lot right here on the cup and on the water. And also we have this option to erase fog. We are not going to use this option today since this photograph doesn't have any fog, but you can use it to erase the fog on your photos. I'm going to leave it right here. And next we have details. If your photograph is also a little bit blurry, you can adjust the focus to make it look more detailed. As you can see how this now looks more focused. It looks very, very sharp. And also we have other options. We're going to use these options to reduce noise of the photograph. Noise is like when you do a close-up of the photograph and you can see all these little pixels. If you use the reduction of noise option, this is going to disappear. As you can see, it doesn't look so noisy right now, but I'm not going to use it since I want this natural look in this photograph. And now we're going to pass to this option that is selective. With this option we can select any part of the photograph to specifically modify this part. We're going to choose the brush, and if I apply this to my hand right here, I can modify only this part of the photo. For example, I think my hand looks way darker than it is, so I'm going to modify the lighting. I'm going to get the shadows up, also illumination and whites. Now it looks better. And also I want to modify the water, so I'm going to select the water, and to make it look cooler I'm going to modify the texture, adding more texture to the water. As you can see, it looks very, very cool right now. It's more focused. And also I'm going to modify this and this. As you can see, it looks better. And also you can mess with the colors. I think water should look blue, so we can use this option right here to modify the color of this part. So as I said, I think it needs to be more blue, so I'm going to leave it in this part. Yeah, right here. Yeah, that's it. So when you're finished, you just click here, and now we have the two images. Oh, also I forgot this option that is on effects. Sorry. To add a more dramatic effect and add some professionalism to your photo, you can modify the vignette. If you move it to the right, it's going to be white. and if you move it to the left it's going to be black. I think it looks better with black. That gives you another look. And also we have this option that is the corrector pencil. We are not going to use it right now, but it's also very useful sometimes, since it is going to let you erase some parts of your photograph. For example, if I click on this object and then I select another part of the photo, it will do some adjustments to hide what was in that part of the photograph. But right now I'm going to leave this option. I'm not going to use this option. So I will undo all this. And now let's get back. Okay, so that's it for this photograph. As you can see, they look much better than it was in before edition. And if you want to save it, you just click here on share and you click on save on device. It will take a little moment to save it. It is kind of slow depending on the size of your photograph, and we just need to wait a moment and the photograph has been exported correctly. We just click OK and we're done. So we just click back. So that's it. This was the tutorial to use Adobe Photoshop Lightroom. I hope it was helpful and I hope that you enjoyed watching this video. So that's it. Thank you for watching.